Like we kind of started Antrella last year in November.
Mhm.
The backstory of Antrella is basically I'll just give you a brief about Antrella. That Antrella is all about helping the DTC brands, the direct to consumer brands, uh, in helping them to grow, either to get started, or at whatever stages they are. We want to aid them with our not only just services, but also in future we are planning to launch products like softwares, tools, etc.
Okay.
Plus different platforms as well. You might be aware about influencer marketing platform, etc.
Mhm.
These are the platforms that DTC brands need for different reasons, for marketing reasons, sales reasons, etc. So Antrella is all about helping these DTC brands. So how it started was in November. Basically, I personally am a big fan of DTC brands, and I really love kind of exploring DTC brands and
Mhm.
getting to know about them. I use a lot of products from the new DTC brands because I like to try out new offerings and all as well. So that was the thing. First, actually, the idea was to launch a DTC brand of my own. Okay,
Okay.
and while I was planning, I thought ki okay, starting a DTC brand is like for that you need a lot of kind of a pieces of a puzzles. Okay, there are
Mhm.
too many things that you
Right.
need while you start a DTC brand. It starts from like even services, products, a lot of things. So I just tried to figure out key instead of just kind of thinking narrow in a narrow manner. Can I broadly think key instead of starting my own DTC brand, can I help the thousands and in future millions of DTC brands to kind of grow their businesses
Mhm.
sustainably and offer them each and every product, service, and platform that they would need at any stage of their life cycle.
Mhm.
So it was really very ambitious concept, and yeah, so that's how kind of Antrella was born. So currently, there are two co-founders. I have my friend Manali.
Mhm.
So she is my friend. So we both are the co-founders of Antrella. And like I mentioned, though we started with with a service-based businesses, currently we run. two service businesses under Antrella. So basically, we are conceptualizing Antrella as a parent company, which will have multiple micro ventures, and each venture will provide either a service, either a product, or either a platform. So that's the basic concept of Antrella. Antrella is going to be a company managing multiple different ventures that will have in itself different brand names. It will have a different team, and that will function as a very small scale company, different company only. So currently, like I mentioned, we run two service based businesses, out of which one is Luma, which is a product photography services for DTC brands, and other is Nutshell, which is a on-demand social media content creation services for DTC brands. So I look after Luma, the day-to-day operations, and my co-founder Manali look after Nutshell. So like I said, we are entirely only focused on DTC brands. So we work only with DTC brands, and at Luma, it's really taking off very quickly. We actually didn't kind of imagine the how fast we would grow. We kind of are working with brands like the Man Company, PSF, Mama Earth, Sanfe. So these are the very big brands in the DTC ecosystem, and we were also surprised on our own that we were able to get these kind of brands to use our services. So that was really great, and yeah. And again, Luma and Nutshell both were started just in January, so it's our fourth month in business, and it's really very growing rapidly.
Great, yeah, great. So, Swapnil, that's a very great journey that you told me about. Just wanted to know how was the journey that began, how it started,
Yeah.
how.
So
Yeah.
right. So I would say that from day one we were absolutely very clear on what we want to do. Obviously, so there were kind of what we did was we actually jotted down few points on a paper. If we start our own company, what are those core values that we want to kind of keep in mind, no matter how big we become in future, etc. So these few points were, first of all, we want to be 100% bootstrap and profitable business. We don't want to, because I'm a very big fan of Mr. Nitin Kamath, and you might be aware of Zerodha, obviously. So the way, yeah, he has built the first profitable and sustainable startup out of India, unicorn actually. So definitely he is my idol, and we also want to kind of, it's just a very big thing to say at this time, but we definitely want to follow his steps, and we also want to build a very kind of a big sustainable profitable company out of India. And so that was the first thing. We don't want it to go in this funding game, because I had previous experience in pitching to investors and going through this all funding and all for my previous startup ideas. So after a point, I really kind of I mean, was not aligning with the idea of raising funds for your startup and then not growing sustainably, etc. So that was the first point that we decided at Antrella. No matter what venture we launch, it has to be profitable and sustainable from day one. So that was the first point. Second was, we didn't want it to kind of do something that is too futuristic for the market, and there we need to convince our customers, educate them. We don't want to fall in that, because that takes a lot of your time, resources, money as well. So we believe that whatever our services, whatever our products, whatever our platforms will be, there will be something that people want to use in the present, not something they want to use after 5-10 years. So you will see the nature of our services are also something which brands use on a day-to-day basis, like product photography. They like literally need photos, lot of photos for their social media. Again, Nutshell is another cliche social media content creation service. So that's the another point. So even in future, we are definitely planning to launch multiple ventures. So all these ventures will follow a common theme. These will be following the offerings will be too common and suitable for the present state. Yeah, so these were the kind of few points that we will be following, no matter what venture we will foray into future. Yeah, so basically, in terms of hurdles, see, whenever you start any business or startup, there are only, I will say, there are majorly three hurdles that any business, any startup faces. The first is obviously the capital. Second is having a good team members
Correct.
early on. And the third is obviously to get customers as early as possible.
Right.
So we knew this. So like I said that we very carefully planned everything. So we again jotted down these points as well. What will be the hurdles that we might face when we start. So first was the money, where the money will come. So the reason why we started with service businesses, because service businesses does not need a lot of investment to start.
Right.
Okay, literally you can be revenue positive from day one. You don't require a lot of things to run a service business. So that was the first thing we addressed, because we didn't had our obviously personal capacity to invest. So we thought let's go with a simpler services that could help us get revenue faster, and then obviously we'll reinvest those revenue in our
Mm.
future ventures. So that was the first thing. The capital came from the early revenues from service business. The next was team. I will definitely say that we were lucky at Luma, even at Nutshell, to get such great people. So literally, we have very skilled, very talented people that are very even passionate about working at our ventures, because I guess they are also aligned to the idea ki we are working for the DTC branch, which is going to be $100 billion industry in 2025. So the market is really big enough. And one thing is when you are actually helping a market to develop, there's a lot of money that you can draw from it. Okay, whenever there's a new market that's born anywhere, if you are supporting that market to grow, you will also grow within that market. So that was the idea. The reason why we want to support to a DTC brands, because we know in future the market is going to be very big. There are going to be a lot of brands. Even now you might have seen that there are so many DTC brands launching every day. So
Mhm.
obviously if you help them make money, you will also end up making money. So that's what's the ideology which all the members on our team align. And so that was one of the reason why we were able to convince a lot of quality people to join our team. So this is how the second problem was solved. Now the third problem was to get early customers. Again, here also I will say I was not lucky, because we kind of tried. We obviously we asked a lot of people, we contacted a lot of DTC brand founders, and we asked him what is that service that you would need at every stage, and you would pay for that. So there was a bit of market research and everything that went in place, and that's how we kind of zeroed down to idea of Luma and what Nutshell is currently. So this is how we kind of solved the three
Mm.
hurdles that any business, any startup faces in its early days.
Okay. Okay. So how you
Yeah.
and Manali met? How that was?
So actually, Manali and I are very good friends. So basically, we knew from college days, our college days, and yeah. So definitely, we had a very good understanding. We knew each other very well, and even after colleges, we were very much clear that obviously we don't want to do job, and the reason was we actually didn't was not able to crack any interview, because our aptitude test only was not cracking. So it was not like a choice for us ki whether go for a job or start something of our own. We were not able to get a job, so that's where we thought ki okay, job to nahi mil raha. So obviously starting a business would make sense here. And yeah, so that's how we started. But initially Antrella was not our first idea. We obviously started from point A, and now I guess we are something in middle of the alphabet. So yeah, so original idea was never Antrella. We did like tried our hands on multiple different concepts, ideas, and all, and that's how now we kind of finalized the concept of Antrella.
Great, great. So it's been a great journey, I can see. So, recent times, the COVID times, the market has been, shaken very tremendously.
Yeah.
So, how do you think, businesses are keeping up, and what is the current market situation as of you? You can understand.
Uh, Yeah. So basically, like I said, that in we kind of conceptualized Antrella in November, December of 2020. So that was the first year of COVID. Obviously, where no one had any idea about what's going to happen. But I would say 2021 was much more predictable and stable for at least for the DTC brands. We didn't thought what actually our prediction was key the demand is going to be drastically it will fall drastically for services like whatever is involved in marketing or branding or advertising. We thought key the services are going to affect it, but actually it didn't happen that way. Instead, I would say that brands were more interested in increasing their budgets or getting these services and branding in this time, advertising more to more people, focusing more on branding. So that was completely opposite of our predictions. So in
Okay.
2021, at least, we could say that actually COVID had no effect whatsoever on these DTC brands, they were not kind of reducing their budgets of marketing or spending on any services and all. And that's why our businesses also didn't kind of slow down in 2021. It actually opposite, we are actually growing at a very faster pace.
Okay. Okay. So, current market scenario is such that there are so many jobless peoples. What would you
Yeah.
advise, those people?
Yeah. So first of all, I mean, this is my personal opinion. Obviously, I might be wrong, but I think there's no scarcity of jobs. To be frank, if you just kind of go on LinkedIn today, there are so many jobs from so many companies.
Correct.
I would
Correct.
say people are not skilled enough, and even this is something which we are facing currently because
Mm.
we are actually looking forward to expand our team and all. Uh, what I would say that there is no the scarcity of opportunities out there. Just we are not able to get the right people with the right mindset,
Mhm.
who are kind of see. There are very few things that at least startups need from their early hires,
Correct.
and that includes just confident people, people that are not very kind of intelligent or brilliant with technology, but at the basic just
Mhm.
sensible enough in terms of how you talk, how you kind of present yourself to other people. Okay,
Correct.
what are those small things to look for? So these are the basic things that I would say if one kind of suggestion to anyone who's looking for job is try to get into the mind of this employer. Okay, what he
Mhm.
wants, what his company is all about. This is one of the basic things that we have seen. Whenever someone applies for the job, they never tend to visit the website of the company. They never tend to get even the basic information. I think this definitely needs to change because this is a very basic thing. So that this is the first thing. When you're applying for some company, any startup, you just need to know about what it does. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is that try to get into the employer mind. See what value you're providing. See, obviously he's
Correct.
hiring you because he wants to get something done. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's like if you get those things done, he's going to obviously offer you the salary. So it's a transaction. It's a business among you and the employer. So just see what you can trade for that money. What are the skills that you can trade for the money? See for what he's looking for, the employer is looking for, and just present those skills to him, and definitely you'll get hired, and obviously you'll get the salaries and all. So this is a
Correct.
completely mere business transaction that anyone who is looking for a job must understand. So accordingly, they must present the value to the employer that they are seeking the job from. So that would be my advice. More to it, yeah, definitely. See, in this, I would say in 2021 and after this, whatever 5-10 years down the line, you cannot be just something like, for example, let's say if you've done marketing,
Mhm.
you need to boil down to some kind of function of the marketing. It might be SEO, it might be social media marketing. See, if you just go out there and you say that I have done MBA in marketing, no one is going to hire you. But instead, if you boil down to just few skills, like if you specialize in, let's say, SEO analysis, okay, and you say that I did my marketing MBA in marketing and I am a professional SEO analyst, definitely you will get a job of an SEO analyst easily. So that is something again what people need to know, key you cannot be a generalist in this world anymore. You have to be a professional in some of the other skills. You don't even have to have 5-6 different skills. Just be good in at least one or two skills, that's it, and you'll get a job definitely. Definitely. So this is a very important issue, and this is something which you don't realize unless and until you start something of your own. Frankly speaking, yeah, definitely. When you enter into business, I will say that you have some stress on your head every day. I will say because you know that a lot of people are depending upon you. Okay, for their livelihoods and all, and definitely you cannot obviously pull the plug in the middle because you are just running out of funds or etc. So that's a pressure to keep the money coming into the company so that you can your whole team can survive. So this is, I guess, the biggest reason why maybe a lot of founders and business owners are stressed about. That's the money related issues. That is first. Regarding how we cope is, I will say, obviously whatever you do, there is no single day that you'll be 100% stress free because there'll be new issues every day. But at the end of the day, what you also need to realize and this is also one of my best what I will say that this is something I really believe in. Ki whenever you there's some problem in front of you, just keep in mind ki there's already a solution that has already born for that problem. Okay, then it's just a matter of some time and your efforts that you'll find that solution. So there's no problem in this world that doesn't comes with a solution. You just need to be a little bit patient, maybe not delve completely into the stress and kind of like leave your focus and all. Just be sure ki you have that mental stability there to find the solution, because you know that solution is there. You just need to find it. Okay, and if you do it in the right time, you will be relieved. If it takes a little bit more time, just don't lose patience. Keep finding it. Keep trying new ways. I'll say that experimenting is the best way to find solution to any problem. If something is not working, don't lose hope. There'll be the third, fourth, fifth way that is going to work. So be very strong enough to have that much strength to try out those remaining ways as well. Some of the other, there are like it's a lock and there are so many keys, and you have to just find the right key. So be patient till you find the right key. So that's the kind of advice that I give to myself as well. Whenever I face some problem where I don't find any solution, I just tell myself, see, प्रॉब्लम आया है उसका सोल्यूशन भी है, मे बी आज नहीं होगा, 2 दिन 3 दिन के बाद सॉल्व होगा. जस्ट बी पेशेंट, जस्ट फोकस, द सोल्यूशन विल अराइव.